Hey guys, welcome to my program, Mikaili. So I'll be connecting you to the global kitesurfing community directly from the Burrong House every week. Today I'm coming at you live from my house here in Taiba. The state of Ceará has some COVID restrictions, and in order to respect those, I decided to stay safe and stay at home. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mika. I am 16 years old from Brazil, and I am 3 times kitesurfing world champion. Don't forget to ask questions and comment during the video. Let me introduce you to my guest, Adeuri Corniel. Fabio, let's play the video. Pode go. All right, guys. So here we have it, Adeuri, all the way from the Dominican Republic. Fabio, let's show these guys where the Dominican Republic is. All right, so one half of the island is the Dominican Republic, and the other half is Haiti. Now, Adeuri lives in Cabarete, which is one of the most famous places to kite surf in the world. So stoked to have you on this program, dude. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Happy to be connected to you. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm getting ready to travel soon, so pretty stoked on that. Adeuri, can you tell us what it was like growing up in the Dominican Republic? Like, paint us a picture of your childhood.
Yeah, like for me, it's been one of my best things in my life completely because here, like, we learn how to live from a young age and just starting like to my passion since my brother came to be the world champion, Adeuri Corniel, and just starting from this young age, close to the beach, and like for me, all started from there, and then like I just get this passion in skydboarding, and I'm so happy to grow up here in the Dominican Republic. It's a paradise island, so I can't say anything from that. I'm so happy.
Take us through a typical day as Adeuri, the youngster before kite surfing.
Oh my God.
What was your day like?
It's like for me, starting to this, like as you see, I'm coming from a family which all of them are kiters, and starting at the beginning with a trainer kite and a skimboard and a boogie board as well, because at the beginning I didn't expect to kite because I was so afraid on kiting and so on the big kite as well. And at this time, just I was like 3 years with my trainer kite, a 2 meter Gastra and a skimboard, and I was all the way always in the sand with the skimboard, like back and forward, back and forward. And at the end, just my brother just say, "Hey, you're more than ready to kite, so let me teach you." And then I say, "No, don't worry, I'm okay with my trainer kite." I was too
Yeah, you're
small.
like, no, I'm good.
I was kind of like 7 years old. And then right after he just say, "Hey, no, you're gonna go." I said, "Okay." He put me a seat harness and a night meter like in the morning. I remember that I just went like I went
You're just like,
straight. Yeah, but I couldn't come back, so he had to swim to the reef to pick me up, and then yeah, like, I didn't know even how to swim. I just went. I just remember I went.
you didn't know how to swim?
No, I didn't remember
You
how to
went into
swim.
the ocean without knowing how to swim?
Yeah, nothing. He said if I know how to swim, and I say, of course I know how to swim. But I was swimming just in the short break, like this is the
Yeah,
sand,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just 20
So you were just
centimeters,
there like,
But I was like totally okay. I was not afraid. I had a jacket, I remember, and I was there waiting for him to pick me up, and he just picked me up, and then we tried again, and I was trying to come back, but it was so difficult for me. But then
right.
the time it was okay, and I was kiting every single day, so I started liking it, and I like from this time is when everything started.
Well, that's good. Let's watch a video of Adeuri as a young kid. Fábio, pode
Oh
falar o
my
vídeo
God.
do Adeuri como que é.
And mama just get back to make money, them a swear.
You're quite a dancer,
as well.
eh?
Oh my God,
Well,
I
that was
can't see this video.
throwback when Adeuri wasn't
Yeah,
the beast he is.
yeah, this was
Adeuri,
kind
who
of the
were your
beginning.
role models? That was your beginning of you kiting? That was just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the very, very beginning.
very, very beginning. Well, my role models, at the beginning, starting like when I first thought that kiteboarding was kind of my career because I didn't like knew it until I was 14 years old to go to the first event. Exactly, I went with you to the Junior Cup. But before this, before everything, like starting this, I remember that in 2007, I went to support my brother, Adeuri Corniel, at the World Cup here in Cabarete. And they were all the professionals. So I first met, I remember, it was Aaron Hadlow at this time, I remember. And I think some other athletes, like Gisela Pulido as well. And then like they were like Al Pastor, I remember. So I was watching them their videos always, from my brother as well, because at this time like he was kind of one of the best on the top, and then I was always watching his video because for me it was so complicated. We didn't have no phones. My father's they had a TV, and I remember that it was just a cartoon we could see. Like we cannot see a live stream or anything. Everything was just totally with my eyes, all I could see. So we had no computer like anything to see my brother competing. So I remember that like at this event I just met some peoples and then I was with my family. I was totally so shy and I didn't talk to people. For me it was not
You
like
shy?
well too much. When I was small, thanks God I let this. But I was so shy. I was kind of scared of people and then like from this I'll remember they had another event somewhere and then from this time was my brother here Calvin, so he has his computer so we could watch my brother in the competition. But for me my role models was like Aaron Hadlow, Gisela, and Alec Pastor, and Judy Sue as well. Yeah, and in first
Dude,
place my brother for sure.
I'm sure so many kids in Cabaret consider you a role model now after all of your accomplishments. They're probably looking up to you and be like, wow, that's the guy I want to be in the future, for sure. So
Yeah, hopefully.
your first international competition was the one in Spain, right?
Yeah, this was the one. No, I think it
How
was
was
San
it?
Mer.
Yes, I'm here.
Well,
How was it traveling to a new country
yeah,
the first time? And who
yeah,
traveled with you?
for me it was so difficult because here like most of the Dominican human beings for example it's so difficult to get a visa. So like we need like me I was so young, I was 13 years old, and I had the opportunity because I met like my parents, like I call him father because he was treating me since I was small and giving me education, same as my mom, like my stepmom. Like it's not that she been with my father, but it's most like of education that she said you have to go to school, you have to behave, you have to be like this, you have to grow,
She put
you have to be healthy.
expectations.
Yeah, like she knew it who I'm going to be, and then for example she just tried to help me to
Become a
realize.
person, yeah.
Yeah, and to become the person who I want. So I was not like into it at the beginning because when we are so young we cannot understand this at the beginning. But right after, like today, I realize it what she says. Yeah, but for example, like to get a visa, it was so difficult. So my brother, I remember he came from Spain, so he just like text me. He said, "Hey, I just met a friend, and he's gonna be helping you for your first flight and to get a visa and everything. So I'm gonna be coming to DRs to help you to bring you to Spain to the first competition." So he came up here, like he talked with the embassy and the consul here. So they just gave me a visa for 3 months, and then I was like, for me, it was so excited because here to get a passport it been
Yeah,
so
yeah.
difficult. So when I knew I was going on the 23rd of December, I was not even passing 24 with my family, like Christmas. So I was so happy. I went to Frankfurt and I never in my life see the cold, see the snow. For me, it was so
Wait, I have a
strange.
question. How was it like going to the airport and seeing like elevator, like in Cabarete? I don't know if you ever left Cabarete, if you had seen it, like all of that
Never.
technology that like my brother had a friend that when he went to the shopping mall, he couldn't stop writing down I think it was the escalator, like he go up and down and up and down.
Oh
Like,
my
was
God.
it like a very big
Yeah,
experience
yeah.
for you as well? It was like
Yeah, it
mind
was
blowing
crazy.
almost.
Yeah, it was crazy. Sorry I didn't tell you. Like, for example, when we went to the airport, I was watching some videos on YouTube, but I was always waiting that time. So for me, like going to the airport and take the plane, it was like I didn't know how like to do anything to do check-in, but my brother did everything I remember. And when I went on this plane, I tell you, it's 9 hours, 9 hours from here to Spain. I didn't sleep. Like I was
You're
finding
just like,
myself weird. Like what I'm gonna do here? I can't sleep. People's there like the Walking Dead. Like of them, they're just sleeping, and I see like I'm so alone here. My brother is sleeping as well, and I say, oh my God, so what I'm gonna do here? I have nothing else to do. So I remember I was just so happy, and then like I was so motivated to be on my first plane, and yeah, we just went to Frankfurt. We ended up there for the first scale, and like I first saw the snow and the like how cold it is. I remember when this is jeans from here and just a normal teacher, and there was like 12 minus 12 degrees, and like I was
you
feeling
went out and
cold,
you're
but
like,
I was liking the cold. I never seen it in my life. I never feel so cold. But I was liking it, and then I see the snow. I tried. I put it on my mouth because I saw many videos.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then we just went through San Pierre Mer, and then there's where I met you, all of you
I
there.
remember meeting you. I remember I was with Maxime. That was the hilarious. Me and Maxime and my dad were on the beach at the beach, and we were talking, and all of a sudden Maxime just points. He's like, "Who is that?" And my dad was like, "Oh yeah, that's Adeuri. He's like, he's in your age category. He's 14 or 13 too." And Maxime is like this little like super skinny
Yeah,
kid, and he's like, 14? Are you sure? He looks like he's at least 17. And you were
yeah,
just there like this big, like
yeah.
huge guy that looked like you didn't look like you were 14. You looked like you were
Uh,
like
I
16, 17.
remember.
Like you look the same. You really haven't changed,
I
honestly.
know.
Your body
Yeah,
hasn't
yeah.
changed.
I
And
remember. I
Maxime
saw
was
of
just
you.
there like he just looked at you. He was like, "Oh my god. Like, are you sure I have to compete with him? Isn't he supposed to be with like I don't know, the older category kids?"
Yeah, the 21. I remember. And then I had a small problem. They asked me for my IDs, for my passport, like for a bunch of things because they think that I changed something of my age or it was so
Yeah.
complicated. But
Yeah,
uh, but
everybody
yes,
thinks they're older.
yeah. Like I saw all of you. You were so small, like compared to me, and then
And then there's you.
I said, oh my God, like yeah. And we end up competing with Anta in the final. So this was complete so crazy because we couldn't end up who's gonna be in first place because we were overmatching. Like we had the same
Right, yeah.
points. It was crazy. We did like three finals. So at the end they just
You
leave it
had
and put
Tom
us in
Bridge as
first place.
well, right?
Yeah, as well.
You
Yeah,
had Tom Bridge. It was you, Enter, and Tom Bridge, I think.
yeah,
That was like the
yeah,
main top three.
yeah. That's
When
great.
did you have the dream to compete on the world tour? And how did you set it up to get there?
Like I tell you, that's something really important and it's nice. I'm gonna tell you with you because you might be the same. For example, I'm not always planning who I'm gonna be in the next 5 years. For example, for me, most important things is that I can at least be honest and say to myself, like, just enjoy the moments. Enjoy it because you're young now, and then you're gonna end up that you're gonna be some. It's gonna be some next generation that's gonna take your place, and you have to be sure about that. So that's what I said to myself. Like, for example, for me to compete and get first place to an event, yeah, I feel so excited. But at the end, for me, it's like if it passed because like I didn't plan it. It comes alone. I do train a lot for this, and I'm always focusing. I'm always watching videos. I'm always like trying to do my best. And
Trying
when
to
I'm
improve.
yeah, always like this, like for me, I'm not lucky enough to because like we don't have like a huge budget to travel like most of the top riders that they can all go all together to one place and they can train. For me it's difficult, but at the end I find myself really like confident and like to train here in the Dominican Republic, even if there's no wind, I really go to the water and I just play. for me it's like a game. We should never end up of how happiness, it's of happiness. And I feel so happy doing this because like I just feel it on me, and then I just go to do my best. Even though I do it bad, like I won't focus on these things. I know it's gonna be always the next time. So I'm always
No, yeah, for
focusing.
sure. You always have
Yeah,
to be ready. There's going to
yeah,
be people coming up. You never know when that's going to
yeah,
be, but I mean,
yeah,
you always know the next generation is going to come up soon,
for
and
sure.
it's only a matter of time before they take over.
Yeah, that's why you have to do everything like really, really fast, but at the end that you like it. You have to feel this moment, and for me, that's what it happens. I'm so happy of everything. Like you can see the event of Brazil. I couldn't make it even to the semifinals. For me, many people was telling me like, "Hey, how's it feels?" and all these things. I say like, I'm so happy. I'm not sad. Like you can lose, you can win. For me,
Well,
I
Adeuri,
understand this.
yeah,
You know,
I know what you mean.
yeah,
Well, Adeuri, twice you have been second in the world tour, so close, but yet
yeah.
just a sliver away from that number one spot. Fábio, vamos botar o vídeo do Adeuri ganhando.
I'm here today to show everyone what I'm made of. If I win or lose, there are people beside me who show me how important life is, how I need to behave, and that there's nothing more important than health. I work hard day by day to have something that I dream of. I won't stop seeking for this dream until it becomes a reality. Competition are just about having fun and doing your best. Sometimes we don't share the same chances of winning, but this doesn't mean that you're out of the game and that your life has gone. It was a hard time for me during the end of 2019, as I almost became the world champion. Now it's time to work harder for the next year. I had to look for something bigger and for someone who can listen to me. Both of us have worked together to reach a solution, to bring back this motivation I was missing. I have a dream and I will protect it. My time is now. I can't be happier to join the Cabrera International team. I'm so stoked to be working as a team member and turn it into a family of my own. This is just the beginning.
That's such a sick video. Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats for that. It's really, really amazing. It's
Thank you
great.
so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
What are you doing now to ensure your first position on the tour for next year? Tell us about your training preparations.
Like for me, it's not kind of anymore a secret. Like I always said, and like for me, changing to Cabrina is like for me, it's one of the best things that it happened in my life, and even at the moment, because I know there's something missing, and for me, like always getting a second place, I was not so like getting tired of it. I was just like that I didn't know what happening. Like I was so close, but there's something happening, and it's not just the motivation, and it's not just as well like the level or the talent. I'm a talent writer, and I know I can get even forward with this. But for me, well, I think what has stopped me as well is the brand because, like, thanks to RD, we end up with a really good relationship, and for me, like they helped me a lot to become who I am today. And then but there's not always something that you can stay stuck on. But like they even tell me that it was really great that I changed up with Sabrina because I need someone who can hear me, as I said in the video as well, because I need something. I need something, and I want to get the world champion before everything is gone. So, and I'm working so hard for this. I'm training every single day. I'm building my house, my own house, and I'm happy on farm. I have animals, so for me that's my training. I have to wake up every day, 5 a.m. and I have to come to my house sometimes like at 8 p.m. almost just to sleep. I have no time to see with friends. Like I'm always just training or doing something what I love because I end up that I need something else to spend my time with because I was just too much kind and to be with friends going around. But this time I thought that I have to be working on something. I have to have this on my head and which I love. For example, I love the animals. So I'm growing up animals. I have pigs, I have a cows, I have a horse. And then working on my house is a 100 square meter house. So I'm having a lot of ideas and I'm building by my own. I have some contractors and I just tell them the idea we are doing this and for example, it's a big experience for me, and I'm liking it. Like I really like it, and I'm so motivated on everything, and I just can't wait to be back on tour. And hopefully, it's gonna come soon. At the beginning, like in Brazil, I was already retired. I didn't want to do it anymore. But changing to Cabrina, it just brings me back this motivation, like that. It
No,
makes me
yeah, for
feel like
sure.
as always. And
I
I'm so
understand about the
grateful.
house part for sure. I'm building an apartment. Well, I'm telling you, like, I have people who are building an apartment right now. It's on top of our
Yeah,
gym. It's almost done and it's looking so sick. It's been like almost a year project right now, but it's
I
just
want the
going
same.
slowly and it's
Yeah.
just getting there and it's coming so close and I just can't wait for it to be finished. It's
Oh
going to
my
be,
God,
when
like.
it's finished, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, like it's so nice, like to see your own thing. Like for example, I'm just planning myself once I move because I'm still living with my mom and I'm already 20 years old. And then like it's so hard to leave because I don't want to leave her, you know. And
Yeah,
but she knows, like she says already, it's gonna be so hard once you leave. And then to live alone, to pay your own electricity, to pay your own things, it's crazy. But I can't just wait this time because this me enjoy growing up, enjoy growing up with friends, and I just can't wait to it. Like I'm looking
for
forward
sure,
to
for
have my
sure.
house ready before
That's a big
21.
step, big step.
Yeah, it's
No,
nice.
for sure. It's important, it's important. Well,
Yeah,
Adeuri, what is the best part of competing for you?
for me, like there is something behind this sport. And it's not that we are not just competitors, we are like treating us sometimes as families, and we help each others. Like you can see how all the riders we treat so good, even if we have to be like pit bulls in the water. But at the end, like you can see these things from outside. We go everywhere, we eat together. We like me and Juan, for example, because
It's like a
Juan is my
family.
yeah, me and Juan, we are like the teammates from Go to Kite team, and they have been teaching us like to be always together. And for me and him, like it always worked like we teach both of us. Like he can say to me, "Hey, there's something missing on the KGV7," and
You
for example,
learn from each
yeah,
other.
we learn. But at the competition, if I have to compete with him, as it happens in Brazil, like we just say, I
It's
wish you
two
the
different
best.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's two
on the
different
water,
things.
you might be
Yeah,
friends off the water, but on the water, you're competitors and you have to put everything
yeah,
aside and
yeah,
just go for what you
yeah.
want.
And I love that. In not many sports, they're not all like this. Like in football games, they're not all like this. But
No,
in
yeah, for
this,
sure.
yeah, as you can see, kite surfing is really small sport, and it's now just getting back to be the like top sport
It's
as well
getting bigger.
because yeah, it's getting bigger and as well as an Olympic sport. So it's great. And at the moment, as you can see, like most of the riders, we just hang out and we can go to different places to train, and this feels good because we push, and then the only thing that might be sometimes that we get to this certain level, which is the same, but at the end, like the one who does better in the event is the one who wins. So
For sure.
I'm really grateful.
It
Like for
all
me,
comes down to that.
yeah,
As much as you
always.
guys are friends on the water, you're not friends, you're competitors.
No,
But once you
yeah,
get on the water, you're like, congrats, dude, you did such a good job. Or like, you did your best. Hopefully, you train more and you're going to get that top spot soon. Like, you're always motivating everyone. There's no
yeah.
rivalry. Maybe on the water there is, but outside the water, everybody's friends and we are all looking out for each other. And that's the beauty of the sport as well.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that make me so happy and so motivated because we keep on the same thing. Like sometimes I know, like because we don't need to lie in this. Sometimes you can feel like, oh my God, I lose behind against him, and I feel it's kind of a little bit like pressure, but at the end, most of the brands at least can understand. Like I'm a rebel athlete as well, and joining one of the biggest brands that is Cabrina, top brand as well. But as I say, every time you can win or you can lose, but the best thing is always that you have fun, you enjoy the moment, and you had a lesson, and you understand what you're missing in this event. And that's
For
all.
sure.
But you have to be happy. I always laugh. You can see me on the event. I'm always laughing. I don't mind. I win or lose,
You're
always
always
laughing.
smiling. You're always
Yeah,
smiling.
always
Yeah,
smiling.
for sure. Do you have any favorite places to train? Like any favorite spots
Like
anywhere in the
top
world?
place. Yeah, top place is my place, Cabaretto, because we have a constant win, and it's like most of 20 knocks every single day. Sunny conditions, tropical place. So here it's great. We have a lagoon, even though it's not so big, but like at the end, most of the professionals just were there. So we train
It's
everyone.
good.
Yeah, but if I would have at least like right now, I think everything's gonna be better because I have another chance to go all the place to train because we all need this as a competitor. We need to train in difficult conditions, in good conditions, in bad conditions. Most of all the conditions we need to learn.
You need
To
to be good at
train.
all of them. It
Yeah,
can't just be in
because
really good conditions.
yeah, no, because you can see sometimes there are events like let's see Liu Cat.
France,
Yeah,
France.
imagine France. You see how difficult is France, and we are not so lucky always to find the 20 knots. It's always 30
It's more
knots
like
and this
50.
huge wave. Yeah, and but yes, like I want to go Venezuela this year. I want to go Egypt as well. I want to go to many places. Like
Do
totally
you have any
forgotten.
favorite countries that you have visited? Regardless of kiting, just any favorite countries.
I don't know. I want just to lose. I want just to go with my passport, credit card, and my
And just
whole
buy.
equipment, and my whole equipment, and then let's just go meet nature. You know, I
Sure.
don't know.
You
I don't
competed
know.
in the Junior Olympics as well.
Yeah,
You won. You won the Junior Olympics for what
yeah,
was it? Racing, slalom,
yeah. 20 bracing.
twin
Yeah,
tip racing. Tell us
yeah.
about your participation and how you brought the gold medal back home.
Oh my God, this is so complicated. But at the end, I tell you, it's one of the best things that could happen in my life. It's the first Olympic gold medal in the kite surfing sport. And yeah, by getting this, I remember that in 2018, I just had the freestyle and I had the race. Like I didn't like the race because it was something so easy and then there's not much to do. But there were still many riders that was so good at it. And then I was with a really bad equipment and I was not liking the sport because I was always losing, always losing. So the Dominican Federation just gave us like a chance, and like Raquel del Rio, she's a girl from Dominican Republic who talked with the federation to that she can help us to grow up the sport on slalom race, and she can bring us to be the top athlete, like for me and Lorenzo and Paula Hernan from Dominican Republic and Lu Marin. At the end, we end up to make the classification here in Dominican Republic for the Olympics. And I remember I couldn't qualify because of the gear. Like I had no gear, and like I was with 19-meter when everybody was on 13 meters, and it was so complicated. I just tried. For me, I just tried. I remember, and then I remember they say here, okay, you have a second chance, and it's in China. If you don't qualify the country there, so you're not gonna join the Olympics. And then they say, but anyways, just go there and show us what you can do. They find us a good board, good kites, all the material. So we end up going to China for first time, which is so far away. Oh
How
my
was the
god.
experience in China, though?
Oh my god, so bad. I'm sorry. That's so bad. It's a really good place. It's like Dominican Republic where we were, but it must that I don't know. It's weird. Like it's something new. Like where you can see millions of people, everyone white. I'm the only dark guy. Like,
They were probably looking at you like,
yeah,
what?
there was I know, and I was with the big hair, and then I remember there like I was so motivated to get to be qualified for the Olympics, and I just went. I did my best. I qualified the country. I was so happy for it. So it was the time to go to the Olympics. I didn't believe, like, or I didn't understand what was an Olympics, how big it is, how important it is, and I didn't understand. I just went to the Olympics. I said it's like a normal competition. Then, like, I've been already 8 years, 8 years like freestyling. I just did 1 year on racing, and I got more popular on racing than what I am in freestyle. So it's big, I tell you.
It's big. It's big.
I see millions of people, because I was the guy holding the flag of the Dominican Republic. They be selected to this, and I had to walk on the stage, and I saw all these people. I couldn't believe it, and right after, when like I was always racing and I got a first place in every race, they make a table, and then you have to win many tables to be first place to end up during the day. So I was already won, and then I could be sleeping for like 3 days without compete, because I was already winning, like, and then they changed everything on the last minute. They say, no, we're gonna select 12 pairs. Then there's gonna be 8 pairs and 4 pairs, and then after the first place is gonna get the gold medal. And I said, what? Oh my God! I've been competing for a week, and you changed this in the last minute. They said, yeah, that's the rules. And I said, okay. So I had to compete. I have to do everything back again, like from zero, and I end up to be like to the four best. And then at this time, it was just to get the gold medal. So in this time, I remember I was with one of the best like racers. So like Tony Bodis, like from I don't know from which country is it, and some guys from USA. And I remember I just went, I passed them, and I just got this gold medal. We were everyone downstairs like waiting for me, and like it was so happy all the Dominican Republic, because it's huge to get a gold medal. And then at this time I just said, oh my God, there's accomplished. Like I just get accomplished
Yeah,
in my life, and which I will never forget. It's great.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you've accomplished a lot of things. You've also been in a movie. Tell us about your movie Cabaret. You can.
Yeah,
We're
like
gonna play the trailer for it right now as well. Fabi, pode botar o trailer. So we're just gonna keep talking. But this, guys, is the
yeah.
movie. How did you get involved
Like
in the
this
making of a movie?
Like I've been selected as a main actor of the movie. Like it was so weird to see all this, like a bunch of a book of 20 and something, or 300 page, which I never read in my whole life for the school, I promise you. And I had to understand all this, and to have the memory, like to memorize all these things, all these letters. And it was totally such experience, because I had the hardest scene on the beginning, and like to act is so difficult, but I was getting used to it. So in the middle of the movie, it was just great, and I was like living the movie as it's me, because you have to make it real. So,
Right.
and that's how it looks. That's my first movie, and I'm so glad to be the main actor of this movie as well. And we already get some good titles. We got this year to have the best Caribbean movie, and we won the three best highlights in I don't remember the place, the country, and like the best movie on the Dominican Republic. So it's great.
That's
I'm
cool.
so
That's
happy.
that's really cool. How long did it take you to film this?
Yeah.
How long did it take?
It took us a month. Man, look, this is so good. It took me a month, and I remember on the last days, like I just take a plane with no training. I didn't kite at all. Like this was with no wind, and like I had to go to the event. It was in Egypt in 2017,
Yeah.
and then I went. I remember I took a plane on the last day of the movie, like really fast. I asked my brother, "Hey, buy me a flight and to Bruce's and let me get a visa there." And I met a friend, the movie star, the girl. She had a house in Bruce's, and then she just said, "Yeah, no, just come to my house, and Like you just set up your visa, I help you, and then you go to Egypt, and then that's what it happens. I went to Egypt, and then over there I got to be second place as well. Like it's crazy. This month was crazy.
Tell us a little
And
bit
yeah,
about your character. How was it getting into the character?
at the beginning was difficult because this character is like it's someone who is really like a vulnerable family, and he has a passion, but he likes kiteboarding. He wants to kiteboarding. He knows the famous guys in kiteboarding, and the place was in Cabarete. But for example, like for him, everything was difficult. His family didn't have no money to bring him to Cabarete. Cabarete was a place just for parties, drugs, and all these bad things. So my family were aware of that. They didn't want to bring me to Cabarete. So I was having my best three friends, and then they just helped me out to get to Cabarete. And in this Cabarete, I met the love of my life, how it's in the movie. And like they were not the best people because I got to have a sponsor to compete, but the sponsor was like not really good on the movie. He was most of parties. He didn't want me to kite. He just wanted me to be with him and like to be with them and party every single day. And then I never party in my life. And then what it happens is that like I just get in love with that girl, and like you can call here as a hanky panky, let's see. And like right after I left my families, I didn't want to talk with my family. I was living in a five-star hotel. I was getting everything. I was getting transfer everywhere, like millionary. And then that's what it happens in the movie, that I lost all of this, and then I had to get back to who I were, and I was fishing with my father every single day, and like to come back to my family was not a good phase. It was really hard. So I got to be the best in like the world champion on the movie. After this, I broke my legs and everything. I had a rehab and all this, and then I just came back like stronger than ever. And then it came on the movie that it has to happen back again to go with his people or my family. And I was in the middle with this girl. That's the end of the movie. I was in the middle with this girl, and then my family were in my back, and then the sponsor, the guy who has the money, the owner of the hotel, were in the back of this girl. So she said to me, "Hey, let's go back together." And I said, "Listen, just live your life. I'm not gonna leave my family because of you and just to party. Let's go." And then we just went with my family, and the movie ended up like this. It's
Wow,
good.
that's a good plot. That's a good
Yeah.
story plot right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. Wow. No, but just being able to act, like, how was it acting? Like, actually trying to get into the character. Was it like it was something
It's crazy.
that is so surreal and different from anything else because you actually have to think like somebody else.
Yeah, like you have to live the moment. You have to be this, like in the acting. I didn't. I went 2 times to school. Like they just bring me to test, and at the beginning of everything before being selected to be the main actor of the movie. Like I've been to 2 times to the school to see, and it was so complicated. Like I had to cry, I have to feel, I had to do many things, which is the most difficult things. I cannot cry. I cry just if I get so mad, or if I had a bad day, or if I'm thinking of something. That's the only thing which I can cry. But on the
So
movie,
they had to put
imagine it's not
the
real. They put onions. They like I had to cut onions, and on the movie you can see. So my eyes was already so blurry. I couldn't see anything, and I was crying, and but just because of the onion.
the
But
onions.
yeah, but yes, like it's a huge experience right after, like when you have been every single day on the movie. We work 12 hours a day every day. We had one day to rest, and it was like Sundays, and then we get back to work. And then when you finish a movie, when you have a month of recording, you miss it. Like you miss these people, you miss the vibe, you miss
The
everyone on the
atmosphere.
set. Yeah, it's crazy. When I went to Egypt, I was missing all these people. Like I miss acting. I miss to be with them. I was for a month in good hotels. Everything with how you call this someone holding you the thing to not rain. How you say when it's raining
Oh,
they put it
the
in. Yeah, exactly.
The umbrella.
Yeah, the umbrella. Yes, people holding the umbrella. You sitting there, you
You're
try to take
spoiled,
sun. People,
Adeuri.
all these things, and it's great.
Oh God,
Yeah, it's a good experience, by the way.
that's
It's good.
that would be weird. With all your accomplishments in kite surfing, which is the one that you're most proud of?
Oh my God, I don't know how to say it, but I brought a list. I made a list when I was 9. I didn't imagine like I was. I remember I was learning English, and then this teacher just sent like us to do something in English to put your best 10 things you want in your future. I remember I did it, and like I put on this list many things which I want to be this year, and most of it I had accomplished, and I didn't even realize it. I read it when I was 9. He gave me when I was already 18 years old. When I made the how you call this, the premiere of the movie. He just gave me as a gift. He said, "Listen, that's what you wrote me when you were 9, and I still got it, and this is your gift that I'm gonna give you." And I cry. I tell you, I cry. And these things in this list is making my the house of my mom, being the best in the world tour, like traveling to Brazil, having a girlfriend from Italy, which is my expat, like these things, all of these things, and yeah, like I feel like I live all this. I just wrote it down, and that's what who I am today, and I'm so happy about it. Really, it's
That's
crazy.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's really cool. It's so nice that you actually accomplished. You wrote it down at such a young age, but you were actually able to accomplish it in the future. But it
yeah,
didn't take you even 10 years to do it. You were eight, he gave it to you when you were 18. You wrote when you were 9. You did it in that in span of 9 years. You know, it
yeah.
was like
It's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Like
That's crazy.
I
But
know,
that's
and I didn't even realize it.
to be proud of
Like I was
yourself.
just doing. Yeah, I'm so proud. I was not realizing this. I was just getting accomplished, but I didn't know. Like I did forgot that I wrote something when I was 9. September 16, it says, no, September 16 when I was 9 years old. And I wrote these things. I didn't. Why I forgot about these things. So he just gave it to me as a gift, and then he said, "Look, that's what you wrote me when you were 9." And I said, "Oh my God, it's crazy."
The waterworks just started coming.
Yeah, like it was for me. It's good, and I'm so happy of myself, like already, and then I just want to help others. I want to help other kids to follow the good things and then to understand how is it to be a top athlete in the world, to be recognized, to be famous, to be doing what you love. Because I don't look such as many things, or I just look the motivation into keeping the sport or something that you love. Like I'm always turning on 360 degree, always running around like to find that myself feels happy. For me, the most curious thing is your health, and then everybody knows it, but not everybody like act to that the most important thing is health. But as well, your motivation it comes. You have to be happy. You have to enjoy your moments. You cannot be always there like having an excuse to do or something like this. No, no, just enjoy. Do what you love. Do what you have to. Like, don't
No,
care.
yeah, for sure,
You
for
know.
sure. Speaking of the future, as you were saying, do you have any plans after kite surfing? After your kite surfing career?
Yeah, me. I have big things to do, and then like I just finished school, and then I'm so happy. I'm just going to university, which is so hard because not most of the Dominican can finish the school. I just finished it. I work hard for it, and I got my title. And then this year I want to go to university. Hopefully, on the next 2 months, I'm gonna start it. And then for me, like after kitesurfing, I don't know. Like I want to be a farmer. I want to work with lots of things. I want to help kids. I want to be as an influencer. I want to keep pushing limits like to all the kids who want to be world champions, who wants to think as an athlete, who wants motivation. These people who thinks everything is gone for them. I want to be this one who can push them to say, "Hey, listen,
Just the
I'm gonna help
motivation
you."
for them to do
Yeah,
better things.
yeah,
The
yeah, like this kind
inspiration.
of things. Like an inspiration for all of them because many people can think, oh, it's can't for me. I cannot even do a back roll. And I say, okay, you cannot do a back roll. Why? Because you think negative. So I'm gonna help you,
Right.
and I'm just gonna teach you. You're gonna come back stronger than ever. So, or even in other things, just to talk with people because not always you have like good time. Now you can have be having a lot of problem or doing all the things you don't like and you are afraid to change or something. I'm just gonna help them. I wanna help them because that's already happens to
Right,
me
right.
and I know the secret. So I know how to feel good.
Just got to help them, guide them through it.
Yeah,
That's that's a good thing to do in your future. That's it's very thoughtful.
and I wanna travel the world for sure.
Yeah, we all do though. We well, speaking of traveling the world like that, there have been a lot of Black Lives Matter in the media these days. In all your travels, have you ever experienced racism or prejudiceness? Any experiences
Yeah.
stand out for you and how you handled that experience?
For me, I don't mind on many things. Like I'm someone who forget things really quick, which is like that is not important. And then for me, this kind of things of racing or whatever, like I understand a point, and I can say this to people: if you don't, if you think it's not good for you, or if you're tired of it, just go sleep and don't watch it, and or turn your face in
No,
your
but like,
house.
have you ever experienced
Yeah, a
when you're
lot of
traveling?
time.
Have you ever? Do you have any moments that really stand out? Like, oh, wow, like people actually do this, and it's not just on TV.
Yeah, yeah, I did it. Like it did, like mostly in Brazil. I had a huge problem in Brazil because of this, and it was at Varandas. It was this guy, a friend from my the owner of Varandas, that we were all sitting in a table, and then they just invite me, the owner of Varandas, and I was always there. And if they need help, because he's a good one, like a good friend from me in Brazil, so. Like it was this friend from him like saying bad things in Portuguese about Negro, and I didn't care because of course I'm Negro. Like what can I say? And then he was just talking so bad, and then he said to him, "Hey, stop! You don't say something like this anymore." And then he keeps, and then like I was not understanding these things. He was just saying, "How can a negative be on the table of many white people, and how can a negative can travel like laughing?" And then I didn't get mad about it because like that's who I am. I don't mind. You can talk bad about me. What can I do? I just live my
Right?
life.
Yeah, it's your opinion.
Yeah, it's your things and it's good. And then
Well,
this
my
guy,
dad, my dad, he's like a mix between black and Indian, and he's
yeah,
experienced a lot of racism, especially in the US. There was this one time when I was small, we were driving cross country
yeah.
in the US, and he went into the store, and this man told him, "We don't serve your kind.
Oh my
Like,
God, that's so
we
bad.
don't serve your kind." And being Brazilian, he didn't really understand it. And when
Mm-hmm.
he finally realized what was happening, he basically told the guy to like screw off in Portuguese, but like super calmly. So the guy had no idea that he was like saying a bunch of like basically
Bad
shit to
things.
him, telling him to like screw
Yeah,
off. And he just
yeah,
left the store. But like
yeah,
living in Brazil, we have a lot of racism in this country. Like as much as people think that it's the diversity of Brazil, there's still so much racism, and it's doesn't honestly racism, it shouldn't really be a thing. The color of your skin just goes as deep as your
yeah.
skin.
But
It's
that's
like
yeah. And that's what it happens at the end. You just finish someone, the owner of Baranda just throw the table down, all the food down, and say to him to go away from his restaurant. And they didn't end up to be friends anymore, because of these things. And then I got scared for sure because, I'm not a Brazilian guy, but at the end I just get to the heart of everyone because I'm not just a competitor there. I'm someone who treats people good and then to leave the vibe and
and
like
you
as a
didn't really
Brazilian.
understand what he was saying either, right?
No, no, I
Like
was
in
not
Portuguese,
understanding.
he just threw the
Yeah,
table and you're like,
yeah.
whoa, what?
Yeah, yeah, like I didn't expect he was telling me this, but at the end, like I just say, people who talked about these things of racism, I think for them the most important thing is to understand from where they came from, and if it's not from a valley, they come from a valley, and everyone comes down from there.
Right,
So
right.
what's the difference? People can understand in a bad way or in a good way. For me, being black, I'm lucky because if I can take sun 24 hours, I don't mind. Say this to the racist people.
Yeah, that's a plus, right?
Yeah,
No,
but
but
instead of
yeah,
that, People have to live their life and to be happy. That's all. I'm happy of myself, even if I'm black or
For
whatever.
sure.
I don't mind.
For sure. Well, Adeuri, our time is coming to a close. Is there any messages you would like to send to your viewers, to our viewers, and to the upcoming athletes in the world or in Cabarete?
Yeah, like just thank you for all of you who watched this live stream and who's watching this video as well. Like just to tell you, train yourself, don't give up, find yourself confident and just smile and live your life as you want. Don't think too much, just do it. And if you want to be a top athlete like to the two who you're thinking as right now, just follow what you want, follow your dream. Don't worry. Don't worry about anything. Don't look backward. Just look always straight.
Wise words, Adeuri. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come here and do this live with me today. And yeah, guys, thank you all for viewing this. And thank you, Barang House, for hosting this. And hopefully tune in to us next week because we're going to have another sick video or another sick live. So yeah, can't wait. See you guys there.
Thank you so much, Mika, for bringing me up to this live. Like I'm so motivated with you just getting both of us to top athlete on the live, and yeah, this feels so good and most for the kids as well. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm super
For
glad.
sure. Valeu, Fábio. Obrigado por ter feito esse live com a gente. Já terminou? Então, valeu, Adeuri.
Obrigado.